This is the final shameless self-promotion. I'm really going to kind of miss doing this sort of thing, but there is just one day left for you to pick up the Mumbo merch stuff, and then it is gone forever. And forever is an incredibly long time. Never again will there be 12 bamboo t-shirts, never again will there be Chuff to Bits t-shirts and hoodies, never again will there be my logo on a t-shirt and a hoodie, and, you know, all the other stuff. Chariots, walking houses, everything. I mean, you all know the drill by now. If you order it, it will arrive before Christmas. It ships internationally. It's all printed on Champion clothing, which is incredibly high quality. My samples arrived the other day and they are Kubo approved, which I would say is important. And as I say, this is the last day that these designs are going to be available. And some of you will be happy to know that that is now the end of my shameless self-promoting. What on earth is this thing? Happy birthday, Mumbo Jumbo. Your cake. Eat or destroy. Well, I'm not currently hungry. So I guess I'll just destroy it. I was kind of expecting something to fall on me and kill me, or some TNT to explode then. Does the cake really disappear when you do that? That's actually a little bit disappointing. I wish I'd eaten it now. And apparently this is my present. I mean, it's very adorable. I'm not entirely sure what to do with it though. I mean, I guess he can stay here for a little while. Oh my goodness, there's another one. What on earth is this? This is pretty grand. This is pretty big and pretty grand. I mean, okay, this is promising. It looks like there's a chest on the inside of there. Now, it really says something about the members of the Hermitcraft server. The fact that I you know, I kind of want to check around this thing to make sure that I'm not going to get blown up or killed or destroyed in some fashion. It looks like the coast is clear. It looks like I can open this chest without risk of just completely obliterating myself. One IOU from Grian. Happy birthday. Well, that's going to come in handy. I mean, I don't know what for just yet, but it's definitely going to come in handy. Thank you, everyone, for the birthday wishes, but I do have some bad news. The base has popped its clogs. The base has died, and we've lost a life. Base, I wish you all the best. I hope you recover soon, and I apologise that you've lost a life. But that actually brings me on to some things that really need to be done. The first thing is I need to actually add some consequences for when my base loses a life, otherwise it doesn't really hold too much weight. So inside this chest right here, I'm going to have 32 diamond blocks. There's quite a lot of diamond blocks. Now, each time the base dies, one of these diamond blocks will get removed, and if the base loses all of its lives, then all the remaining diamond blocks are going to be taken out. And they're going to be burned in lava. Am I going to regret this? I feel like I'm going to regret this. I don't have to do this. There is an extra bit of detail, though, that makes this a little bit more interesting, and I'll get onto that in a little bit. So all I have to do is I have to connect up these hoppers up at the top here into the output from this redstone torch, and if it goes wrong, all that will happen is I will lose 32 diamond blocks all at once, which, you know, it's not a big deal. That's not a big deal. I think just to be safe, while I'm testing it, I'm going to use a chest instead of lava. So if I fake the fact that the base has just died for this bottom system, that should stop the piston from moving up and down, which it has, and we should have one less diamond block inside our chest. Okay, that is absolutely fantastic. Now it's time for the real consequences to start. So I need to hook up a system to this redstone lamp right here. This redstone lamp, when this switches off, that means that all of the lives of the base have been used up. They're gone. And I need to connect that redstone line into the hopper that's down right the way at the bottom of my base, all the way underneath the ground down there. And when that happens, when that one turns off, that is going to unlock that hopper permanently, and all of the diamonds are going to flood out. And then my eyeballs are going to flood out as I cry endlessly forever. This should just about do us. So that is a line connected from the top of my base right the way down to the bottom. That's quite impressive. So here comes the extra special sauce. Just having these diamond blocks sitting here doing nothing with me not being able to access them is a little bit pointless. I mean, I've basically already lost them by them being in this chest. So the interesting idea is that every single Hermitcraft episode, I get to remove one diamond block from this chest. So it's kind of like a race to see who can clear this chest faster. Do I manage to kill off my base quicker than I can remove the diamond blocks myself? And you know what? I didn't really intend on doing this, but I fancy raising the stakes. 64 diamond blocks. I'm going to regret that big time. Now, there's one final thing that I want to do with this system. You may notice you can't actually hear the heartbeat down in the storage system because, let's be honest, it was super ridiculously annoying. So I'm thinking instead of the heartbeat, we go for redstone lamp indicators. And I imagine we could just have 3 redstone lamps up on this wall right here, which basically means almost full health, kind of half dying, really close to dying, and then when they're all off, obviously it's dead. And this is going to be another incredibly precarious redstone circuit to construct. So I've managed to clear out a space for our redstone lines to go. You can see just there, those are the redstone lamps that we need to run into, and these are the redstone torches that output from the little decoder at the bottom of my base. All of that made me sound incredibly smart, didn't it? So now it's just a simple case of running the redstone lines into the redstone lamps, which that should all now be done. So we've got the redstone torch towers, which take the signal up to the top, and then these are the redstone lines. Now, the only issue is we only have a single output, a single redstone lamp turns on. That's just the way that this RS NOR latch down at the bottom is actually functioning. But I think I have a way to get around that, in that if we just place a repeater here and then run it into this one and do the same thing with this, all the redstone lamps are turned on, and then when this one is the only one that's activated, only these two redstone lamps will be turned on, that one will be off, and then finally when this one is the only one that's activated, only this one will be on, and then when it dies, all of them will be off. In my brain, that functions. I guess we'll have to wait and see. I am, however, fairly chuffed to bits with this. I really like these new additions that we've made to the heart system. It seems like it's going to be cool. It seems like it's going to be scary. That's terrifying. But it's going to be cool. Right, let's meet up with Iskall and do some work on Pacific. Right, Iskall, I'm on my way over to the original island to just check if you've done anything with that. And no, it looks like it's still here. Looking...
What are you... Are we talking about the chunk error?
Yeah, the chunk error of doom. You've actually put a signpost on it, at least.
I did.
Right, I'm going to make my way over to the actual island.
And you haven't seen this since the island, right?
No, so I've built the meeting room. That's the last time I saw it, when I was just squeaking around on the inflator balls. Oh my goodness, dude, you've been so busy.
I have been Omega. Dude, 4 days. 4 days of, well, 6 days with collecting materials.
Yeah, I can imagine. God, that wood is not difficult. That's difficult to get as well.
It's the worst.
Dude, this is ridiculous. There are clouds going through the middle of it. That's how ridiculous this thing is. This dwarfs everything in the shopping district.
And rightfully so.
This is insane.
One big thing I'd say is we should probably have windows.
Maybe
I was thinking that could be
might need expanding a little bit further as well.
I've also read comments on the foundation looking like a diaper. It's not done.
I can't unsee that now, Iskall. For goodness sake.
Is this ever gonna get old?
I don't know if it is, dude. I don't know if it is. People pointed out that during the meeting, the entire time, like as we were talking, I'm literally just like bouncing back and forth. So what is the plan? What is the plan for Pacific? So we've got this. I've built a massive redstone laboratory. I guess I should probably take you there so that you can see that area.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah, I couldn't help to notice that I built this myself. So that would be interesting to see what you've done so far.
I built this. I did this.
You did do this. I mean, yeah, this has been very important.
Yes, exactly. And I would say this is worth at least 2 of those.
I can't help to notice that now that the skyscraper is up though, the location down here is a bit... It
is a bit pants, isn't it? And also,
it's a bit pants.
If we expand the island, I think our floaties might get engulfed, which also isn't good.
True.
So, are you suggesting that maybe we relocate the floaties?
Right.
What if? Because this is Pacific, okay, and we're going to be super rich, like super rich.
Wait. To be Pacific, this is Pacific.
To be Pacific, this is Pacific, right? And we're going to be Pacifically rich. Like, our richness is going to be the size of the Pacific. That is the goal, right?
Yes.
Okay?
True.
What do all really rich people have? What do they have?
What do you mean specifically?
Specifically, what do they have? Name some things that rich people have.
They have a car.
They do have a car. At least one car, all right? And they also have rooftop swimming pools.
Yes.
So
of course, I was going to say that next.
All right, okay. So
I didn't know how Pacific you wanted me to be. So,
oh, for goodness sake! All right. So I'm thinking we build up a rooftop swimming pool. We relocate the floaties and then add some up at the top here. So it's just like floaties everywhere. We can have palm trees. We can have sand. We can have a beach bar. We can have music. We can have tunes playing, and we can have just rich people stuff, you know?
rich people stuff on top of Pacific to be Pacific. This is great.
This is a good idea. Is this a good idea? All right, cool.
This is a good idea. I mean, super productive towards the goal as well.
Yeah. All right, shall I? Is there anything else that we need to continue with our meeting, or is
well, I was thinking we could actually. I actually had something that would be productive. I know that's weird.
What?
But I thought we could maybe. I mean, should we make a list of the things that we can provide so that we can split up who farms what?
That might be a little bit productive for a meeting. Is it? Or do you reckon we should start maybe doing productive? I guess I should probably start doing some productive stuff, I suppose.
I mean, we can't just. I don't know.
So you mean that? So you mean that the goal of a meeting isn't just to meet up and laugh about squeaky noises on inflatables for long periods of time? Is that what you're telling me?
Well, when you put it that way, I seem like really boring.
Okay, let's do it. Let's make a list. Where are we making the list? Are we making it in the basement, in the diaper list?
The diaper list? No, not the bucket list, the diaper list.
The diaper list. This is the diaper list. Is it going to be a fancy list, or is it just going to be a list?
I mean, let's make it fancy.
Already, this doesn't look very
What
fancy. Okay, I'm gonna make my own fancy list. I mean, how many things are we planning on selling at Pacific?
Pacifically?
Yeah, Pacifically.
Well, I don't know. As much as we can, but I think we should make a list not of the items necessarily that we are gonna sell, but the items that we can take charge in making farms for and that sort of stuff. Like, we've spent all this time deciding a functioning wall.
Are you accusing me of not being productive? Is this what you're accusing me of? Are you accusing me of not being productive right now?
I'm gonna start adding things. How do we now know who does what? Because there's no point in both of us doing cobblestone, for example.
Yeah, because I've already done it. Maybe you could. Okay, we can split the list.
Yes.
There it is. And whose
okay,
side
now
is bigger?
this list is bigger.
That can be your
Well,
side. Then.
I guess this is my side. I already have a sign here.
No.
What if we both have a farm that produces the item?
Well then, okay, we need a third list. After a lot of deliberation and frustration, we did end up with a full list. Are we gonna sell Kubo?
No, that would be silly.
Okay.
Kubo is not for sale.
What about Basil? Basil, the guy on the flamingo. We could sell him. I mean,
yes.
Okay, we'll add him. Whose list is Basil going on?
Oh, I thought you said basalt. Sorry.
I mean, it's true. I've actually got a basalt farm. I'd totally forgotten about that.
That's why I thought it was a weird jump, okay, from one discussion to the other, but I respected it.
That's so funny. I was talking about Basil the dog on the flamingo,
we can't sell Basil the dog. He's a mascot.
Okay.
What kind of man are you?
That's so funny. All right, well, we've got that sorted. We're all okay. This is quite a lot, by the way. Now, we're acting like it's not a lot, but this is a lot for one store to sell. Well, that was productive as always. I also showed him around my new redstone laboratory, and I'm going to put that towards the end of the video because, well, Iskall got a little bit ridiculous. I mean, I think he was impressed. I think he liked the laboratory, but he wasn't so impressed with what was inside of it because there's nothing inside of it. Anyway, it is now time for us to start working on the meeting room for Pacific, and I have spent hours. I have created multiple designs. I've really stressed myself out over creating the ultimate rooftop swimming pool, but I think I might have pulled it off. Or at least when it comes to the design that is scribbled in my notebook, I've pulled it off. As far as actually building it on the server is concerned, definitely haven't pulled it off yet. I guess this is what I get for putting all of my diamond blocks into my stupid base. Having mined out all of those, I only have 29 diamond blocks left. How will I survive? I might need to remortgage my base. So I think these resources right here should be enough to at least make a start on this project. And this is the space that we've got to fill in. Yeah, it's quite big now that I'm up here. This build is ridiculous. It is so cool. Things haven't gone well. Things have not gone well. Anyway, stage 1 has been completed. I've got all the cyan terracotta in and also all the cyan concrete for the outline of this structure. And now all of the white concrete edging is going in place. Next up, we've got the leaf section of the build. And don't worry, this will all start making sense once I start getting more components in place. What I want to create here is a bunch of interlocking swimming pools. So these are swimming pools that are going to be overlapping one another. There's going to be water traveling between each one. There's going to be different layers. Basically, this is going to be the swimming pool that I dreamed of when I was young. Like, this is what I imagined in my head when I pictured the perfect swimming pool. So hopefully it comes out well. So this is pool shape number 1. And I'm liking it. I'm liking the way that things are feeling, right? Let's add up the next one, which is going to slot into this area here, which I have now constructed. And, I mean, I'm not going to lie, I'm starting to lose hope a tiny bit, but I still think my artistic vision that I have in my notebook could work out. My faith is at, like, 35% at this current time. Okay, now my faith levels are really starting to plummet at this point in time. I'm going to keep at it. I think if I get this full thing, this is potentially stupid. If I build the entire thing, it might pull it all together. I can only hope. What we thinking? That looks like Squidward. I don't know if that's what the look that I was going for, but I actually, you know what? It seems to be coming together despite the gigantic Squidward. It's coming together. Trust me, when this starts getting more solid, I think we're onto a winner. So pretty much all of the outer edge and outline blocks have now been fully installed, and they're right the way down to the level that they have to be. Now I've just got to put the floors of the swimming pools in place. And as I say, I think this is the thing that's going to make the big difference, because we're not going to be able to see through the build anymore. It's going to look like one actual thing, a solid build. I don't know what I'm talking about either. But I guess we're about to find out if all that mumbo jumbo was actually correct. And it might be. Look, alright, I still have faith. Okay, I still have faith. Right? Maybe I wasn't correct that once it's a solid build, it will look really good. Okay, that might not be true. But I feel like once it has all the details, then it will look really good. Please. Please. I guess one pretty key feature that is currently missing is, of course, water. You know, if I went to some of my favourite swimming pools, right, and there was no water in it, they'd probably look ugly as well. Okay, so, yeah, the water is obviously important. Yes. 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 Yes, yes, yes. Okay, the swimming pool is finally coming together. And finally, I'm starting to smile at this thing. Especially because now is detail time. First things first, we've got tiny little diving boards, a few extra little waterfalls, some extremely comfortable looking sun loungers. Of course, we need some gigantic palm trees, which I'm absolutely horrendous at constructing. This is terrible. I wouldn't actually say they've ended up that bad. But now it's time for the second most important detail. I'm sure you all know what the most important detail is, but the second most important detail is gigantic slides, like absolutely enormous slides, and they're going to be vertical. I definitely feel like I'm fulfilling a childhood dream here. These look fantastic. That has completely tied the build together. They look so good. Alright, I need to get a structure in place because currently they are slightly defying gravity and also obviously the water in. I just saw Scar fly across and then go down my slide. Well, that looked like fun. Oh, what? 6 out of 10? 6? Is he joking? I can't believe he's just come in here and blasted me like that. Oh my goodness. Oh, Scar's come up with a good idea. Scar's come up with a very good idea. We've been bumped up to an 8 out of 10. That's fantastic. And I would say that this thing is now all finished. So we have got it all built and constructed apart from obviously the most important detail, which of course is all of the pool floaties. You know, down at the bottom here, we have got the original pool floaties, and I'm going to be relocating them and then adding a bunch of them right the way up to the top. Oh, I've just realised what we're going to do about Basil. What are we going to do about Basil? Is Basil going to come up with us? I mean, I guess if I unsit him, he will teleport up to the top. So then Basil can be at the top as well. I think the mining noise is even louder than the standing noise. Listen to this. That is so stupid. It's so stupid. Basil, don't stand so close to the edge. Oh my goodness, he's a maniac. Basil, you're mad. Just sit there. I can now confirm that pool floaties make everything 1000% better. Potentially 2000%. I would argue 3000%. Would it be ridiculous to say 4000%? Like, is 4,000% too far, or am I able to say 4,000%? Because I'm starting to think 4,000%, maybe 5,000%. You know what? I might just bump it up to 10,000%. I can't help myself. This is... Literally, I can't look at it without having a massive beaming smile on my face. And as soon as I land on one of these things, and I just start hearing all of the inflatable squeaks, I mean, this is preposterous. This is definitely the most preposterous meeting room that has ever been constructed in Minecraft. I think the original meeting room we made might actually have held that title, but now we've topped it. Now we've gone one step ahead. So I definitely think Iskall is going to be impressed with this one. And actually, on the topic of Iskall, let's see what his reaction was to my redstone laboratory. You can be the judge as to whether or not he likes it.
What a stunning bridge. What a stunning bridge you made. Really fitting, my dude.
Look, okay,
Really
we ran
good.
out of budget a little bit here. So this is the key code. And as I say, I mean, I'm obviously going to blank this out from my video. I would like it if you did as well. One super secret passcode later. There it is.
Oh, it opened.
There it is. There it is. Super secure.
That's a very Pacific code.
What? I mean,
what is this then? Welcome
okay,
to Pacific. This is R&D. Are these buttons? No.
No, stop spinning around my decoration. I just thought they would look. I thought they would look cooler. I'll call up the elevator.
Oh my goodness. Okay, I'm liking what I see, and I cannot wait to see what this is all about.
Well, look, here we are.
Okay. This is empty.
Well, what do you mean?
There's nothing in the lab.
No, I built up the lab though. I said that I was going to build up a lab. I didn't necessarily say that I was going to build anything in the lab.
Oh, I see.
It is cool though, isn't it?
I mean, you dug out a lab. I see that you made. Did you change the walls everywhere so that?
Yeah.
Yeah. You placed the stone. This is.
So wait, so you blasting my lab right now?
No. The lab is great.
Why are you checking for things? What do you mean? What are you doing?
I'm just curious, if when I break one of these, there will be diorite behind there or
No. I specifically made sure that wasn't the case. This whole thing.
Specifically made sure that wasn't the case. Okay.
Exactly.
Well, I do really like it. It's my dude. It is very empty.
Well, look. I spent all my time building up this laboratory, right? And
can we at least have one contraption? Hold on, let me add something useful.
Oh my goodness, you're actually gonna. So first off, you're adding things to my list, right, without my permission.
Well,
now you're coming into my lab, and you're building up redstone contraptions in my lab without my permission. Is that what you're currently doing?
Well, we are partners, I thought.
Okay, yeah, that's fair.
So I'm just trying to be.
What is this? What are you doing?
This is. Well, one of the contraptions, I suppose. This is the sort of stuff you gotta have in a lab.
Oh, nice, dude. Oh, nice, dude.
Brilliant. Okay,
this is good.
I'm not done.
Many painful minutes later.
This is next level.
I mean, that is something. Unfortunately, that might end up getting a little bit removed when I actually start doing redstone research and development in this area. Now,
you mean when you actually start doing redstone research?
No, I'm not calling this. I'm not saying that this isn't redstone research and development, especially with the addition of the target blocks. All right, that's not what I'm saying. This is obviously cutting edge redstone. All I'm saying is that when I actually start doing research and development and not this mess. Then...
So now, wait. So now you just blatantly call it a mess.
No. I'm just saying that when I actually start doing redstone research and development and not this horrendous monstrosity of a redstone contraption that you've created here is actually making me feel a bit ill looking at it.
It makes a noise though, dude.
It might not be sticking around. Oh my goodness. Well, hang on. If you add a block here, you can actually create a full redstone. Oh, you chose a slime block. That's what you chose to do.
I would say that this is definitely useful. Check it out. If you don't know what this is though, so you're okay. You are just blasting my contraption, but you don't actually know what it is.
Well, look. If it was a redstone contraption that could talk, it would be going, "Kill me, kill me, put me out of my misery, please."
This is a bouncing castle module.
Well, you know what? We need to install this somewhere in Pacific. I don't know where we're going to install it, but it is going to be installed somewhere. Because you know what? Annoyingly, that does look like quite a lot of fun. You know what, though? I actually do feel a little bit bad for Iskall. I mean, there is absolutely no doubt that he has done a lot of the work so far. You know, he built this entire structure, and all I've done is built an empty laboratory and a bunch of pool floaties in this really, really cool meeting room, which I would say is actually quite a good addition to the Pacific project. But I understand I haven't actually put in the hours really so far. But when we start doing the redstone, that's where I come into my own. And I am going to be doing a lot of redstone over the next couple weeks to make Pacific as good as we want it to be. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this episode of Hermitcraft. It's been a lot of fun, and I'll catch you in the next one. See ya. And this is going to be the final shameless self-promotion. This is the last one, the absolute last one. The merchandise is only available for one more day, so if you do want it, please do get it, because those designs are gone forever. There's not going to be any takesy-backsies or anything like that. They're gone. Gone. Alright? So the link is in the description. You can do what you want with it, but if you miss it, you miss it.